The price of gas has been on an upward trend these last few days, and it just keeps going. The price at the pumps jumped another 3 cents a liter overnight, and drivers should expect to wake up to another 4-cent hike tomorrow. That would mark a 20-cent, or that is, let me try that again, a 20-cent a liter jump at the pumps in 4 days, and would bring the average price to about $1.81 a liter. Drivers say they have no choice but to roll with it.
Well, I drive to Ajax in the morning. I go to Ajax back and forth, so it's like a lot of gas every week.
It affects everything, right? Going to work, it's the most important thing. Work is outside the city, and traffic times, you see the gas going up, so it actually makes your budget, weekly budget, monthly budget smaller, right? So, and that also affects everything.
Okay, so for more on the trend, we're joined by Canadians for Affordable Energy President Dan McTeague. Dan, this is the largest hike since the summer. What's happening?
Yeah, Christina, we are seeing prices now at the pumps effective tomorrow, as you quite rightly pointed out, $1.81. That's the price we haven't seen since the 28th of July. And for a lot of people, perhaps a rather sudden and dramatic increase, 20 cents a liter just in the past 3 or 4 working days. What I'm sensing, though, is that this may be a bit of a too quick, too easily passed on increases in both oil and, of course, gasoline and diesel prices. Diesel, by the way, has gone up about 17 cents a liter. So both products, even for those of us who don't drive, diesel is extremely important. It's important for transportation. But I don't think this is going to continue, this, 4 or 5 cents every single day. And Sunday looks like we may actually get a bit of a break, maybe a 2 or 3 cent a liter drop. But nevertheless, $1.80 sounds a lot more ominous than $1.60.
Yeah, so when you talk about the potential, I mean, there's always potential after a bit of time, a few days, a week, for a drop. When do you anticipate we may see a drop that is, back to where we were in the last few days, like a 20-cent drop, or is it too difficult to predict now?
It's impossible to predict more than a couple of days, Christina, and that's simply because the market is so volatile. There's so many moving parts. Most importantly, concern about the slowdown in the global economy, demand destruction, which of course these high prices bring about. There is now, of course, competing against that, a reality that there just isn't enough oil products out there, particularly diesel and heating oil, where, look, we may be looking at a scenario, especially in eastern parts of the United States, Atlantic Canada, I don't think so much here in Ontario, where furnace oil may actually be rationed. At this point, it's too early to tell. We've been getting a bit of a break with this warm weather, but as weather gets colder, expect more pressure on diesel, home heating fuel, which will in turn put pressure on gasoline prices. We also have to consider a weak Canadian dollar. In the past, we had that defense of the petrodollar. We don't have that anymore. That's, Christina, adding about 32 cents a liter to the price of diesel, gasoline, natural gas, propane, etc.
Okay, Canadians for Affordable Energy President Dan McTeague. Dan, we always appreciate it because you give us a heads up, and then we can help drivers prepare in this city. Thank you so much, and across Southern Ontario. Okay,
Thanks.
have a good day, Dan.